Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me in this mindfulness practice. If it's your first time, we're meeting here every Sunday at the same time, and every week I'm doing something different. So sometimes we're doing more physical grounding exercises like progressive muscle relaxation or body scans. Sometimes we're doing yoga nidra, which is super relaxing and can help with insomnia or anxiety. And sometimes we're doing a meditation. And today is the day for doing meditation. Up to this point, every time we were doing the guided meditation, I was focusing on helping you to learn samatha or shamatha meditation practice, which is about developing a single pointed awareness. So it was all about concentration, learning how to follow your breath, learning how to stay with your breath and stay uh, present with that focus on breathing. Today, I want to give you a little taste of Vipassana meditation, which is more about developing insight, awareness, um, and that ability to stay detached and observant of what's happening. So I did ask you about your hopes and expectations for this meditation practice. So I can see here from Mr. Chi, grounding myself. Hi, Mr. Chi. Pioneer, priestess, dream more clarity. Is trying to stay consistent from Christian. Hi, Christian. Hi, last karmic life. And then from Nina, we have gaining clarity and being more connected. Feeling very lost lately. Well, hopefully that meditation will give you a little bit of that clarity and ability to stay maybe more connected and more grounded with the present moment. So just I'm curious as I'm talking, but I'm curious, what is your experience with meditation? Do you practice it often? Is it maybe your first time? Have you practiced before? What kind of meditation have you practiced? Just so I can maybe tailor the practice, the difficulty or the practice to people's experience level. So Vipassana meditation is considered to be probably the oldest type of meditation in the world. And it involves basically, like I mentioned before, a simple observation of what is happening within your body, within your mind. So um, it's not about controlling anything. It's not about making something happen or figuring something out. As tempting as it might be, especially when it comes to observing our mind, I think it is extremely tempting to shut down our thoughts or judge ourselves for maybe thinking too much or not being able to focus or finding it difficult to just stay present and observant of what's happening. So with Vipassana meditation, it's all about letting all of that go and being able to just observe what is happening. Of course, there's some kind of structure around it, and I will do my best to provide that structure so it's not all just, you know, go away and be with yourself and observe things. So I will do my best to provide that structure for all of you. For Margaret writes, hi Margaret. Sometimes meditation is difficult for me because I tend to dissociate. That is one of the yes, that is one of the most uh, I would say frequent complaint that I keep hearing from people because it's I think when we are living in this age of where there's so many distractions and so many expectations around us that we do uh, find it easy to either dissociate or start getting distracted. My mind races. Mr. Chi has some experience with presence meditations mostly. Okay, well, so I will try to keep it balanced without, you know, dropping you into the void and wishing you to deal with the void by yourself. I'll do my best to provide some of the structure, but I'll also, try to make it challenging enough so that you have the opportunity to own the experience and to kind of practice that, going back to the present moment again and again. So another another thing that kind of occurred in my mind, and why I picked this meditation for today, is that I keep hearing this idea again in my life that, if I was just able to sit and be present and be content with how I am, with how my life is, then everything will be okay. But who can do it? Can anyone do it here? With all the distractions and all the expectations and all the difficulties and challenges in life that we continuously encounter, where, even a simple meditation practice or mindfulness practice where we are invited to just be in the present moment, I think it is very common to start thinking about what we need to do next. What is it that we are doing wrong right now? What is it that we should be doing instead? So we are. I think that most of us in this culture are basically used to this constant doing and trying to, you know, control our experience, control what we're doing, plan for what we do next. So for today, I invite you to try and leave all of it behind, outside your room, outside your house, whatever is easier. So just in this 20-minute practice, um, just try to be. And it is that little invitation from me to try and do that. Christian says, I notice I try to control everything I can in my life, which limits my human experience. Yes, I think that is, um, I mean, it is, in my opinion, I think it is an expectation in the West that, if you want to be a high functioning adult, you need to control things and you need to do things and plan and perform basically, which is extremely useful, right? Otherwise, how else we're going to achieve anything in this life, right? We need to keep doing and we need to keep planning and we need to, um, you know, be adults and have our life together. But there is a time for doing and planning and controlling things, and then there is a time for resting and just being and appreciating what is and being content with uh, just our simple human experience of being alive. Okay, so the practice will last around 20-ish minutes, and then we're going to do a little discussion and a little debrief. uh, okay, so whenever you're ready, um, make sure that you're free from distractions, that you're in a quiet spot, and we'll start by making sure that you can sit right. So if you're sitting on your chair, make sure that both of your feet are firmly placed on the ground. And don't stray too much. If you're feeling uncomfortable, that means you're trying too hard. The next important thing is that you want to make sure that your spine is super straight. So what I mean by that is that you want to put a little bit of effort into straightening your spine, but you don't want to strain too much that it's completely uncomfortable. So you need to find a balance between putting a bit of effort into sitting straight, straightening your spine, aligning your chin parallel to the ground, but you don't want to completely collapse into your chair. That's not good. This is not relaxation practice. We'll do it another time. So you want to strike that balance between that, I guess, control and letting go. So I'll let you pick your posture. You can also do it in the ground if if you have practice with things like specific yoga asanas for sitting, or like lotus pose or simple cross positions. If you find it easier, if you find it maybe more that allows you to connect with yourself, with the ground more, then go ahead and you can also sit on the ground. Same rule, make sure that your spine is straight. Now set things up here. See the question, yes, before we start. What's the difference between breathing with your diaphragm versus lungs? we'll do that. We'll do it first, just so you can experience that. So as you pick your posture and as you're sitting straight, you can keep your hands either palms down or palms up on your knees, whatever is more comfortable for you. And close your eyes. Now notice your breath. Is your belly breathing? Is it moving up and down? Or is your chest going up and down? Are your shoulders going up and down? What's going on? Notice that. Place both of your hands on your belly, on your navel center, first left and right. And as you're breathing in, notice your belly rising up or becoming bigger. And then as you're exhaling, notice it shrinking or going down. Feel the sensations on your hands. Notice the expansion and contraction. Only observe, there's nothing to control. That for some people it might be difficult to feel these sensations or to feel like they are breathing from their diaphragm. So it is also okay to notice the sensations in your lungs. So the lungs breathing, you're utilizing your chest and your lungs. It's more shallow, it's probably a little faster. But as you allow your belly, your diaphragm to relax, and as you notice it's going up and down as you're breathing in and out without forcing it. You can notice your breath is becoming slower, it's becoming deeper. It should take less effort. Very often our tendency to keep doing and keep planning and keep staying busy also reflects in our breathing. Try to breathe out more than you are used to. Try to make your exhale a little longer than you're used to. Very often people don't allow themselves to fully exhale. And so the inhalation is rushed. And because the inhalation is rushed, they're becoming more stressed. So allow yourself to fully breathe out as you keep holding your belly, as you keep holding your hands on your belly, on your navel. Fully breathe out. As you notice fully breathing out, you don't have to control your next inhale. It will come naturally. You don't have to force it. It will come just at the right time. bring your palms back on your laps, either facing up or down, whatever's more comfortable. And let go of your breath. Notice any sensations as you're inhaling and exhaling. Maybe they're in your nose, in your throat, in your chest, your navel. Just observe without judging, without forcing, without controlling. And at this point, you probably notice that your thoughts are coming in and out. Maybe you're worrying about tomorrow, what you're going to do next. Maybe you're thinking about whether you're breathing correctly, whether you're sitting correctly. Just observe. What kind of thoughts come to your mind? Remember to go back to your breath. Observing your breath is your anchor. It helps you to remember to only observe, and that your body works by itself. You don't have to force anything. And your mind is also working by itself. The thoughts come and go while you are witnessing on. Inhale and exhale. Sometimes emotions can come in, fears, doubts. It's also okay. It's what your body is doing. Your body is creating emotions, feelings, thoughts, memories, and you're just a witness of it all. And whatever shows up, it's okay to feel it. It's okay to notice it. There's nothing else to do about it all. Inhale and exhale. Now let's observe your body. Notice the tip of your head, back of your head, your face. Are there any sensations there? Notice your throat, your shoulders, notice your back. Whatever sensations show up, you don't have to do anything. Just observe them. You don't have to react or judge. Notice your right arm, upper arm, lower arm. Notice your right hand. Notice your left arm, your left upper arm, lower arm. Notice your hand. Inhale and exhale. Notice your chest, your belly, abdomen, pelvis, hips. Just observe. Sometimes thoughts might comment that maybe you're sitting wrong, or that you should change or adjust, or that your posture is not perfect or good. Just let all of that go. Just observe without reacting, without judging. Now notice your right leg, right thigh, knee, calf. Notice your right feet. Now notice your left leg, your left thigh, knee, calf, foot. Feel both of your feet on the ground. Notice the sensation of your feet touching the ground. How are they making contact? How's the gravity feeling? And let's return to the breath. Focus on allowing yourself to exhale fully. And notice how inhalation is happening automatically, gently. Are there any sensations in your nose or throat as you're breathing in and out? Maybe in your chest, or maybe somewhere else in your body. So observe your breath. And whatever feeling or sensation or thought is showing up, it's okay. You don't have to react or judge. Bring your attention back to your breath. sounds or smells. You can wiggle your toes, your fingers, and open your eyes whenever you're ready. Still staying with that present moment. You can observe your surroundings and stay with the here and now. And welcome back. I'm curious, how was your experience? What was it like to just observe without reacting to thoughts or feelings or sensations? I noticed in myself that I had this persistent throat thing, like I had to keep swallowing all the time for some reason. So that was a little funny for me at least. But I'm curious, how was your experience with this kind of meditation? How you're feeling now? Maybe there are some thoughts or feelings that kind of, were persistent for you, that maybe made you curious about something. Christian says, it became really difficult at one point because there was so much tension and I wanted to cry. Interesting. Maybe it is something that, you could, I think it is an opportunity that maybe, you do want to, I don't know, maybe next time when we meet in the stream, or maybe when you by yourself, when you're practicing by yourself, I think that might be valuable to stay with that sensation a little longer and, maybe allow yourself to cry. I think that could be valuable. Sometimes, things come up. That's why, it's called insight meditation. It's called awareness meditation. It's supposed to provoke insights into how you function, how your mind works, maybe where the blockages are, maybe where we are holding tensions, where we are not allowing ourselves to feel certain things. And, sometimes the more you practice Vipassana, the idea is that you're supposed to kind of cleanse from all the things that, maybe you're holding tight in your life or in your mind or in your feelings or in general. That I heard this phrase today that, Vipassana is supposed to clear the knots of the mind. So, as you keep practicing Vipassana, and you most likely will start noticing patterns of how your mind works. So, you know, if it's your first time today, maybe it's like, okay, this happened, this is the thought, this, this and that. Then you practice second and third time, and you probably will start noticing repetitions of like, all right, there's this thought again, there is that inner critic again, there is that feeling again. So as you keep practicing, you will start noticing this pattern. So in a sense, that practice allows you to know every corner of your mind to the best of your ability. Maybe every corner, maybe that is a bit too much of an expectation, but I do believe that, with Vipassana, as it can truly, transform your inner life and inner world as you're learning more about yourself, as you start noticing all these different patterns. Mr. Chi shares, focusing on breathing out fully really helped a lot, made deep breathing way easier. Yes, I'm glad to hear. Yes, we're used to trying to control our breath by inhaling more, right? That is, I think that is an instinct. Like, okay, if I inhale right, then I can control my breath, or then I can slow it down, or then, I can relax it or whatever, which sometimes works in certain practices like in yoga or pranayama, but that's something completely different. To actually relax your breathing, the trick is to focus on exhaling as much as possible, because the truth is that we are not doing the breathing. Our body is doing the breathing. All we can do is allow this to process to happen naturally. Maggie also felt that before, release of tears during meditation, even workouts. Yes, that is, yeah. Sometimes it is just the tension, and, maybe there's nothing to investigate or, research or, dig in into what it means. Sometimes it is all, just the tension that you allow yourself to experience and release, whether it's mental tension or physical or emotional. When I exhale, I notice gasp a little when I inhale. Christian shares. That's a good observation. So I'm curious if you did notice any difference between how you felt before this practice and how you're feeling now. I'm very curious about that. For me, it definitely helped me to slow down a little more. I was a little wired before, but now it definitely helped me to be a bit more present. Teresa, a lot of me says, tried not to be upset by thoughts I cannot leave, and feels a bit that it moved from owning me to observing, if that makes sense. It did relax me. Yes. So that is the paradox. It's like with this, what's it called? This Chinese toy, I think, that, if you put your two fingers into that, the rubber thing, the more you try to wiggle your fingers out, the lower the chances that you can get it out from your fingers. If anyone remembers how it's called, I would appreciate it. But the more you relax, then it actually, you can easily remove it from your fingers. And I think that is the case with meditation and our thoughts as well. The more we try to control things, or your breathing, or your feelings, or, whatever is happening in your internal world, the more difficult and persistent it will be. It's like that saying goes, don't think about the pink elephant, right? And then, yeah, of course you're going to think about that. Finger trap, yes. Hi, Folkrunner. Thank you for joining. Folkrunner says, literally realize how plugged in I am within minutes of waking up. Yeah, that is my regular problem too. Not new to meditation, but definitely not good at keeping up the regular habit, except to help sleep. Yeah, that is definitely my problem. To habitually, I feel like, yeah, straight I wake up, plug in to the system or the whatever simulation. All right. Well, we'll be wrapping up slowly. Do you have any question, any thoughts, any feedback before we go? And also, I do have a last question for you. Maybe you can think about it now, or you can think about it after the live stream. How can you bring what how can you bring to your everyday life, to your week, to your next month, whatever, however, you want to describe that lifespan? How can you bring in what you've learned today, what you've experienced today, to that life outside meditation? Have a question from Big Gloom, unrelated, but do you know about Achromant? He runs an MDP. No, don't. I don't have any clue about who that is. All right, I hear no questions, no feedback. So yeah, I will leave you again with this, like mentioned, just right now. I'll leave you with this question: how can you bring that experience, that learnings, that insights that you got today into your everyday life? Perhaps you can drop a comment below the video after this live streams. Uh, Perhaps you want to use a little bit of journaling just to keep some accountability, or just to keep, a little bit of structure in your life. All right, some commitments to observe without judgment, especially my thoughts, feelings from Folk Runner. From Mr. Chi, focus on my breath, exhale to help with my shallow breath. Thank you, Salma Alami. I'm glad you found it helpful. All right, well, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. As usual, we'll be meeting here again next Sunday, same time. And if I remember right, I'm doing the order of Yoga Nidra, um, body scans, and then meditation. So next time will be Yoga Nidra. So Yoga Nidra is not about doing any, wiggles or asanas. It's about exploring the kind of state between being awake and being asleep. It's very similar to active imagination that comes from Jungian psychology. So it's all about kind of releasing these mental tensions, emotional tensions, and learning more about kind of how to bring our unconscious forward. So it can be really good for creativity. It can be very good for releasing, learning more about yourself, releasing maybe some hidden patterns that you weren't aware of. So that's what we're going to do next week. Same time, I will see you here. Thanks a lot. Bye.